stop for a moment. Think about the last dream you had. Can you recall it with perfect clarity? Or does it feel like smoke slipping through your fingers the harder you try to grasp it? You have been told this is normal, a simple quirk of brain chemistry. But what if I told you that forgetting your dreams is not a bug, but a feature? A deeply profound and necessary function of your consciousness. This video was not found by you. It was activated by your subconscious question. By the end of our time together, you will not just understand why you forget your dreams. You will understand that you are not meant to remember them because you are the supercomputer running quantum simulations to build your waking world. Have you ever woken up with a strong feeling, a sense of knowing, but with no memory of the dream that caused it? Let me know in the comments. Before we dive deeper, you must recalibrate your understanding of reality itself. Forget what you have been taught. Imagine a vast, infinite, shimmering ocean of pure potential. This is the quantum field. It is not empty space. It is every possibility that has ever existed and will ever exist, all vibrating as waves of probability all at once. Nothing is solid here. Nothing is fixed. It is the raw, untamed energy of creation. Now picture yourself. You are not a drop in this ocean. You are the observer. Your consciousness, the focused beam of your awareness, is the most powerful force in the universe. When you direct your attention, your thought, your feeling, you are not passively looking at the world. You are reaching into that field of infinite waves and causing one of them to collapse into a particle, into a tangible experience. This is the secret of all creation. You do not find reality. You crystallize it from pure potential, moment by moment, with the power of your observation. Let's begin by dismantling the old paradigm. You believe you forget your dreams because your memory is flawed. This is the first layer of the illusion. The truth is, your consciousness is not failing to record the data. It is intentionally wiping the slate clean. Think of it like a master artist who erases the initial sketches after completing a masterpiece. The sketches were essential. They were the blueprint, the exploration of form and color, the trial and error. But to appreciate the final painting, you must not be distracted by the process. Your dreams are these quantum sketches. They are the behind-the-scenes footage of your reality's production. Your consciousness knows that if you were to remember every single calculation, every failed timeline, every variable tested, you would be overwhelmed. You would be paralyzed by the sheer complexity of creation. The forgetting is an act of love. It is an act of clarity designed to allow you to experience the finished product, your life, without the noise of its construction. So what is this dream state, really? It is not a random firing of neurons, it is a quantum sandbox, a safe, non-physical dimension where your consciousness has unrestricted access to the quantum field. In your waking state, the laws of physics, time, and your own beliefs create a high-latency connection. Manifestation takes time, but when you sleep, you disconnect from the physical mainframe. You return to a state of pure potentiality. In this sandbox, you can build entire worlds, test emotional reactions, explore relationships, and resolve conflicts in an instant. You are playing with the very code of reality. You are manipulating pure energy and information without the heavy constraints of a physical body or linear time. This is your workshop. This is your laboratory. The reason it feels so bizarre and nonsensical is because you are operating on a level of existence where logic as you know it does not apply. You are speaking the native language of the universe, frequency, symbol, and emotion. Now we arrive at the core of this revelation. Your consciousness is running quantum simulations. What does this mean? Every night, your higher self, your true conscious awareness, runs a series of complex predictive models. It takes your current emotional state, your deepest desires, your most persistent fears, your unresolved traumas, and your highest aspirations as input variables. Then it projects them into the quantum sandbox of the dream state. It runs thousands, even millions, of possible future scenarios based on these inputs. It's testing a future where you ask for that promotion. It's simulating a timeline where you heal a past relationship. It's exploring the energetic consequences of holding on to a specific fear. You are not just passively watching a movie. You are the protagonist in a hyper-advanced virtual reality, gathering data on which timelines feel the most aligned, the most expansive, and the most resonant with your soul's purpose. It is the universe's most efficient way of helping you navigate the infinite maze of choice. And what is the engine running these incredible simulations? It is you. Your consciousness is not just the observer, it is the quantum supercomputer. The processing power of your awareness, when untethered from the physical brain, is virtually infinite. The brain is merely the receiver, the radio antenna that tunes into the broadcast of consciousness. When you sleep, the antenna's bandwidth opens up dramatically. It's no longer limited to the 5 senses and the slow trickle of data from your immediate environment. It plugs directly into the universal mainframe, the Akashic records, the mind of God. Call it what you will. It accesses a level of information and processing capability that the waking mind simply cannot handle. This is why dreams can feel more real than reality itself, because in that state, you are experiencing a purer, more direct flow of information from the source of all that is. You are remembering your true nature as a creator being, endowed with the power to process and structure reality itself. Here we confront the central question: why must these simulations be forgotten? It is because of a sacred universal law known as the veil of forgetting. This veil is not a punishment. It is a prerequisite for authentic experience. If you remembered the raw data of the simulations, if you knew with absolute certainty that taking job A leads to a specific outcome and job B leads to another, the element of free will and faith would be destroyed. The game of life would lose its purpose. The purpose is not to know the future, but to choose it based on the subtle echoes of the simulation, the feelings, the intuition, the sense of rightness. The memory of the simulation's plot is wiped, but the emotional and energetic conclusion is imprinted directly onto your soul. You wake up not remembering the dream, but feeling a sudden aversion to a certain plan, or an inexplicable pull towards a new direction. You are meant to forget the why so you can fully and freely live the what. This is why the true message of your dreams is not found in their bizarre narratives, but in their emotional residue. The feeling you wake up with is the data packet downloaded from the simulation. Did you wake up feeling anxious and unsettled? Your consciousness was running stress tests on a particular timeline, and the energetic feedback was negative. That feeling is a warning sign, a piece of crucial intelligence. Did you wake up feeling joyful, light, and expansive, even if you can't remember why? That is the echo of a successfully simulated high-vibrational timeline. Your consciousness has found a path of least resistance and greatest joy, and it is nudging you in that direction. You must learn to become a master of interpreting these morning-after feelings. They are your personalized guidance system, your spiritual GPS, calibrated and updated for you every single night. Stop chasing the fleeting images. Start honoring the persistent feelings. They are the real gold. So how does this nightly simulation translate into your physical world? This happens through the process of you waking up. The moment of waking is the most powerful point of manifestation in your entire day. As your consciousness transitions from the boundless quantum state back into the focused observer mode of waking life, it carries with it the energetic blueprint of the most dominant simulation from the night. Your first thoughts, your first feelings upon waking, act as the command that collapses the wave of potential into the particle of your daily experience. When you wake up and immediately think about your problems, you are instructing the quantum field to crystallize the reality based on the problem simulation. But when you wake up and hold the feeling of peace or gratitude, that emotional residue from a positive simulation, you are commanding a different reality to manifest. Your waking moment is the cosmic enter key. You are selecting which of the night's simulations you wish to download and install as your day's operating system. You are, quite literally, experiencing the observer effect in your own bedroom every single morning. In quantum physics, scientists discovered that particles exist as a wave of all possibilities until they are observed. The act of observation forces them to choose a single state of being. You are doing this on a macro scale. The infinite possibilities explored in your dream state are the wave function. Your waking awareness is the observation. When you wake up, you are the scientist looking through the microscope. The reality you see is the one you have chosen to see, based on the energetic frequency you are holding in that critical moment. This is why ancient spiritual traditions place such enormous emphasis on morning rituals, on prayer and meditation upon waking. They understood, intuitively, that this is the moment the clay of reality is most malleable. It is the moment you decide what world you will inhabit for the next 16 to 18 hours. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the observer collapsing the field of all circumstances. Let's expand our perspective even further. What if your dreams are not just simulations of your future, but explorations of parallel realities? The quantum field, by its very nature, contains an infinite number of parallel timelines. Every choice you make, and every choice you don't make, branches off into a new reality. In the dream state, your consciousness is not bound to a single timeline. It has the freedom to roam. It can visit a reality where you made a different decision 5 years ago. It can experience a life where you pursued a different passion. This is why you sometimes dream of places you've never been or people you know in completely different contexts. You are not making it up. You are tapping into the authentic energetic record of an alternate self. The purpose of these explorations is data collection. Your consciousness is gathering wisdom and experience from these other timelines to better inform the choices you are making in this one. You are learning from the mistakes and successes of your parallel selves without having to live them all physically. Think of yourself as a divine explorer, charting the vast territory of potential. Each dream is an expedition into a what-if scenario. What if I finally expressed my true feelings to that person? Your consciousness runs the simulation. You experience the energetic fallout, the emotional resonance of that choice, all in the safety of the dreamscape. What if I quit my job to follow my passion? The simulation runs. You feel the fear, the excitement, the freedom, the uncertainty. By the time you wake up, the memory of the plot is gone, but the integrated wisdom remains. You have a deeper cellular level understanding of the consequences of that choice. This is why you sometimes have a sudden change of heart about a major life decision. It is not fickle-mindedness. It is your soul processing the data from a nightly simulation and adjusting your course accordingly. You are constantly running trials to find the most optimal path, the timeline that brings the most growth and alignment for your soul's journey. Every completed simulation leaves behind more than just a feeling. It creates an energetic blueprint. This blueprint is a complex pattern of frequencies, a template that is projected into the quantum field just ahead of you in linear time. It acts like a magnetic attractor, subtly organizing energy and probability to match its design. When you run a simulation of lack and fear, you project a blueprint that attracts experiences confirming that lack and fear. This is why waking up with anxiety can often lead to a day where everything seems to go wrong. You are literally following the magnetic trail of the negative blueprint you solidified upon waking. Conversely, when you run a simulation of love, success, and abundance, and you anchor that feeling in the morning, you project a blueprint that magnetizes opportunities, synchronicities, and connections that resonate with that high frequency. You are not chasing good things. You are creating an energetic vacuum that pulls them toward you. Your day is not happening to you, it is unfolding from you. What about nightmares? Those terrifying simulations that leave you shaken and raw. They are not random attacks on your psyche. Nightmares are critical stress tests for your soul. They are advanced-level simulations designed to expose your deepest, unacknowledged fears. Your consciousness creates a worst-case scenario to see how you will react. It is testing your energetic resilience. It is showing you where the cracks are in your belief system. A nightmare about being abandoned is a simulation designed to bring your unhealed abandonment wound to the surface so you can finally address it. A nightmare about failure is a stress test of your self-worth. The intense fear you feel is the point. That fear is a beacon, illuminating the exact frequency within you that needs healing and integration. When you wake up from a nightmare, do not push it away. Thank it. It has just given you a priceless diagnostic report on your own consciousness, pointing you directly to the work that will liberate you the most. Now let's talk about one of the most mysterious and common human experiences, déjà vu. That bizarre, fleeting feeling that you have lived this exact moment before. What is it? Déjà vu is a glitch in the system. It is a moment where your waking consciousness gets a brief, unerased glimpse of a completed simulation. For a split second, the veil thins, and you remember the quantum sketch of the moment you are currently living. You are recognizing a scene from the nightly movie you were never meant to recall. It is not a memory from a past life. It is a memory from a future you already simulated last night or the night before. This should not scare you. It should empower you. Déjà vu is a powerful confirmation that the system is working. It is tangible proof that you are walking a path that you have already explored and approved on a higher level. It is a wink from your soul, a little reminder that you are the writer, director, and star of this incredible movie called your life. Your simulations are not always a solo mission. You are part of a vast network of consciousness. This is the collective consciousness. In the deep dream state, your individual consciousness can connect with this network, entering into shared dreamscapes. Have you ever had a dream where you met a friend, and the next day they tell you they had a similar dream? This is not a coincidence. Your consciousnesses synchronized and entered a shared simulation together. This is where collective timelines are negotiated and co-created. On this level, we run simulations for our families, our communities, and even for the entire planet. We are collectively testing probable futures related to global events, social changes, and spiritual evolution. The anxieties and hopes you feel about the state of the world are not just yours. They are echoes of these massive, collective simulations that you are participating in every single night. You are an essential node in a planetary supercomputer, co-creating the future of humanity. Understanding this entire process is not meant to make you a passive passenger. It is meant to turn you into a conscious pilot. You can intentionally influence the simulations your consciousness runs. The key is your state of being before you go to sleep. The last 45 minutes of your day are the most critical. This is when you are uploading the input variables for the night's simulations. If you fall asleep watching violent news, scrolling through social media, or ruminating on your worries, you are instructing your supercomputer to run simulations based on fear, comparison, and lack. You are programming your night with corrupted code. However, if you spend this time in meditation, journaling, reading inspiring material, or practicing gratitude, you are providing high-frequency input variables. You are consciously seeding your dreams with the energies of peace, love, and abundance. You are telling your higher self, "These are the themes I want to explore. These are the solutions I want to find. The power of your intent before sleep cannot be overstated. It is the act of consciously writing the prompt for your quantum computer. Before you drift off, state a clear intention. It can be a question like, "Show me the most aligned solution to this challenge in my life." Or it can be a declaration, like, "Tonight, I run simulations of perfect health and vitality." Hold the feeling of your desired outcome as you fall asleep. Feel the relief of the solution. Feel the joy of the manifestation. This act of pre-paving your dreamscape with intention is incredibly potent. You are giving your consciousness a clear destination. It will still run a multitude of variations, but they will all revolve around the theme you have set. You will wake up, likely with no memory of the specifics, but with a profound sense of clarity, a new idea, or a feeling of deep peace regarding your issue. You have used the system consciously to receive a custom-tailored energetic download. And what of lucid dreaming? The experience of becoming aware that you are dreaming while you are still in the dream. Lucid dreaming is the next level of this process. It is becoming a conscious programmer inside the simulation itself. When you become lucid, you have pierced the veil of forgetting from the other side. You are no longer just the protagonist. You are the God player with access to the developer tools. You can change the scenery, conjure objects, and interact with the dream's code directly. This is an advanced training ground. It is your consciousness practicing manifestation in its purest form, in an environment with zero time lag. The skills you learn in lucid dreaming, the ability to face fear without flinching, to change your reality with a single thought, to believe in your own power, are directly transferable to your waking life. It is the ultimate confirmation that the outer world is a reflection of your inner state and that you have the power to change it. What you are really interacting with, in both lucid and non-lucid dreams, is the source code of your reality. This code is not written in ones and zeros. It is written in the language of belief, emotion, and archetypal symbol. A recurring dream of being unprepared for a test is not about school. It is your consciousness flagging a piece of source code within you, a core belief that says, "I am not good enough." A dream of flying is your consciousness allowing you to experience the code of freedom and unlimited potential. By paying attention to the recurring themes and symbols in your dreams, even the fragments you remember, you are getting a direct look at your own operating system. You can see which programs are running in the background, which beliefs are shaping your experience from a subconscious level. This awareness is the first step to rewriting the code. You cannot change a program you do not know exists. So let us return to the central premise. You are not supposed to remember the how. You are not meant to have a perfect high-definition playback of every single simulated timeline. That would be like a CEO demanding a report of every single keystroke made by every employee in the company. It's useless, overwhelming data. The CEO only needs the final summary, the conclusion, the bottom line. The emotional residue you wake up with is your executive summary. The intuitive nudges you feel throughout the day are your personalized recommendations. Your job in the waking state is not to analyze the process, but to trust the result, to act on the intuition, to follow the feeling of expansion, to honor the subtle guidance that was so meticulously calculated and prepared for you during your sleep. Your higher self does the complex work. Your human self is here to have the experience, to make the choices, and to feel the joy of creation unfolding. Finally, you must integrate this truth. You are not a human being who has nightly dreams. You are a vast, infinite consciousness that designs reality in a quantum dreamscape and then projects a small fraction of itself into a physical body to experience its own creation. Waking up in the morning is not about leaving the dream world behind. It is about integrating the simulation. It is about embodying the conclusions of your nightly research. The forgetting is an act of grace. that allows you to be fully present in the masterpiece you have created. So, the next time you wake up, and the memory of a dream dissolves like sugar in water, do not feel a sense of loss. Feel a sense of profound gratitude. Know that the work has been done. The calculations are complete. The blueprint for your most aligned day has been delivered. All that is left for you to do is to get up, take a deep breath, and walk into the reality that you, the master simulator, have so perfectly designed. The greatest secret is this: you are not living in a reality that you happen to dream about. You are a dreaming consciousness that is projecting a reality to live in. The dream is the cause. Waking life is the effect. The reason you can't remember your dreams is because you are not supposed to look back at the blueprint while you are living inside the building. You are the architect, the computer, and the experiencer all at once. Your power does not lie in remembering the dream. It lies in recognizing that the life you are living is the chosen dream. Thank you for allowing this transmission to find you. If this resonated with the truth in your soul, help this knowledge reach others who are ready to awaken by subscribing and liking this video. To fully anchor this understanding and declare your creative sovereignty, write in the comments below, "I am the simulator." Acknowledge your power. And now I leave you with a question. Since learning this, what morning feeling or intuitive nudge will you start paying more attention to? Share your thoughts below.